Hello everyone. It's been some time since I've done a solo stream, and you can see that things are a little different now. I'm going to be using this from now on until I have funding for an actual proper model. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've hesitated because I liked having a model, but now that I have some level of art, despite it's supposed to be a concept art for my 2.0, I decided to run with this anyway. And so, this is the new me. This is the one I'm going to be using until further notice. That said, my content will also change to this that you've seen. And if you're in the Discord, then you know that this is kind of something I've been working on for a while. It's been slow and a long time coming, but I'm finally here. This is going to be my first solo RPG stream, as this is what's going to be the most of my content. As I've always wanted to do writing, I've always wanted to do Dungeons and Dragons for my content, and yet it's very hard to wrangle players for sessions or have a consistent game. And so, tabletop RPGs, solo, that is, it just seems like the best solution. Hello, Cinema. Hope you've been well. Thank you for for stopping by. That said, today's going to be a little scuffed because I haven't run one of these by myself for myself before. I've always had Hime Utsugi kind of guide these, so I have an idea of what to expect. But excuse me. But yeah, I'll be trudging along through this, gonna try and get through this. This game is Drakonym, the very same game that Hime and I played the week prior, and we might have to schedule again this week. I don't think we're playing this week because they seem to be busy. Oh, right, I forget. I should also place the music onto the VOD because this is safe. It's the official Drakonym soundtrack for this tabletop RPG. So, there we go. So that is on. And we shall continue. I guess first things first, I gotta make my new character because this is the first time playing it in this game. So I'm gonna take, let's see here. I'll take my character sheet here. I'm gonna make a new character. As for what, I guess we're gonna see. It's been a while since I've, actually no, not been a while. This is the first time doing it, so let's start from the beginning, I suppose. Let's see here. This is the cheat sheet. This is the character sheet. Okay. So, this copy is a version gifted to me by a friend and viewer on the stream. So these are all like official assets that you too can obtain from the website DriveThruRPG, and purchase a copy for yourself, which I implore you to do. Oh hey Dream, thank you for stopping by. I'm doing well. And yeah, so you too can do that. Grab a copy of Drakonym. This is only the demo version, as it's not officially out, though you can purchase the copy of the demo, which is what I'm playing. Let's see. So let's jump to character creation. I think is it core rules, the dice, adventure scenes, appendix, class, and perks. Okay, so oh gosh, I didn't even know where to start this to make my character. This is the character sheet, and then journey. Maybe I should have asked him how to do this again. Or what I could do. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. For the sake of simplicity, and because I don't know if I have all the content I need to create a character, I'm going to take the character that I've already made, playing with Hime, and I'm just going to move from there. So I'm just going to make a copy of it. And I'm sure we'll, for my first time playing a solo tabletop RPG, I think it'll be acceptable. Let's see, Drakonym. Rulebook. Hold on, where is... Where's my character sheet? Did I accidentally delete it? I hope I didn't. I think I did. Oh boy. So much for the first session. I could have sworn. Where did I put it? Unless it is just gone. In which case, that's a shame. Form fillable. Is it this? Oh, you know, I think it's this one. I found it. So let's just... Oh, you know, I don't think it is. Shoot, this is just a copy of... Yeah, this is just the other one. Oh, balls. I think I did delete my old character. By incident. Okay, I'm gonna close this real quick. Just take a peek at these files in here. No, that's not it. You know what? I suppose I could just make a new character. I do have a copy of what Hime was using, so I'm not going to show that on screen because it's not official release yet. So I'm just gonna go through character creation, I suppose. So, that said, let's make the character again. Let's see here. Core rulebook. Introduction, chapter 1, gameplay and core, crafting your writer. Character kin. Okay, so let's start with creating a character. Starting with their kin or their race. So we have essentially angels, deer folk, dog folk, burrower, Drakari, which is what I was playing, elf, featherborn, nogborn. So what I understand is that they're supposed to be we're supposed to be riding dragon eggs, but because I don't really know anything about the world, I think I'm just gonna play as... You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna go Drakari again. We're gonna play as Drakari, dragon folk. Fitting, I think. And move from there. So I'm gonna zoom in. Let's see. Okay, so... Can I put this in another window? I can. Perfect. So I can turn the active character sheet. And then we're gonna start filling this in. I know it's kind of a flashbang with that showing up, but I don't know how to make this dark mode, or like more dark mode than it already is. Okay, so my character name, let's go for reasons. Rakleon, same character that I use in Hime's game. I'm gonna make them level 1. Kin, you're gonna be Drakari. Class. Now, what class should we use? Actually, before we move there, I should write down the notes about them. So, Drakari kin. Things that I get. Let's see. Drakari culture. They are. Let's look at them. Let's see. In Drakari society, there's a strong hierarchy. Elders hold high positions as advisors and leaders within their community. Architecture. Drakari built their cities in mountainous terrain, constructing halls and structures illuminated by lava flowing between them. Okay, so they're mountainous folk. Rite of passage. As a young Drakari grow, they undertake a series of trials to prove themselves worthy of a position in Drakari society. Alright. Then there's subkin. Fireclaw. Fireclaw have scales in red, orange, or yellow colors. They have the ability to generate heat, increasing the temperature around them. Storm scale have scales in blue, silver, or white colors. They have the ability to manipulate weather, particularly storm conditions. Stonehide have dull, earth-toned scales. Of all the Drakari subkins, the Stonehide are the largest and strongest in terms of body mass. Well, I think I know which one I'm going to choose. Hey, Smog, hello. Welcome, hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. You were playing more Helldivers 2 last time you were streamed, I see. It's Drakari subkin. Subkin will be... Storm scale. Okay, Drakari perks. Let's go, let's say Drakari... Storm scale, there we go. And then perks is going to be speed of 6, lifespan 120 to 160. I guess probably don't have to write all this, like all of this stuff. So actually, what I should do, I should just put them into the character sheet. So perks, they're gonna have a speed of 6. Let's see here. Speed. Grit, mana, defense slots, move 6. Oops. Returning to with your D&D. Oh, nice. Very nice. Is that group the same group that I've been seeing you play Helldivers with before? Man, you and a bunch of other Council Dragons I haven't really interacted with, so I'm really glad to seeing you live and seeing you here. Let's see, Drakari perks. Okay, core perk. Blood of Zaturnus. You have next deadly wounds. You have an extra deadly wound slot. Okay, that's just natural to have as Drakari. So let's go core perk. It's gonna be Blood of Zurteus. Perks. Now I believe, yeah, it says I have to pick one of these. So amongst the minor perks, last time when I was playing with Hime, I think I had tail balance. I have a choice between Ancestral Memory, Clawed Hands, Elemental Spark, Scaled Hide, or Tail Balance. I think I'm gonna have Scaled Hide. Scaled Hide and Minor. And then major perk is gonna be I chose Draconic Wings last. Do I want to have Draconic Wings or Draconic Breath? Well, if I'm solo, I think it'd be really advantageous to be able to fly. I mean, what dragon can't fly, right? So, Draconic Wings. Major. Gain flight equal to your speed. You may fly for a number of rounds equal to your primary before landing. Does not affect that. Right, I have to roll some stats. He's reaching out. Oh. Vacation all month. Wow, that sounds relaxing. I hope you've been having a restful vacation. Okay, cool. We have the names. We should probably put the last name if they do have last names. Looks like they don't have last names. Okay, so we'll forget that. Class. Okay, so close that. Character classes. What's the veil? Oh, wait, I gotta change some of the settings on this PDF because every time I hit the bottom of the PDF, it just skips it in the next one. So let me just change that. Let's see, page display. Single page continuous. Okay. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that. We're gonna put it as 2 pages. Preferences. Let's go automatic. No, I don't like that either. Preferences. 2 page up. What does that do? Oh, I don't like that at all. What? Where's my default? Preferences. Single page continuous. Nope. It's still not doing what I want. Scuffa. Page display, page layout. Single page. What's 2 up continuous? Well, I really hate this. I really hate this. Why are you doing this, PDF reader? Oh, Arsonus, hello. Sorry, I was not looking chat, just busy trying to read the PDF and figure out why it's behaving the way it is. But thank you, I do like this look much better. I have Sivna VT to thank for this. It was a design gifted to me with a lot of input, and it's, yeah, I like this one much better. It's been tons of kisses and cuddles from Jean to find. Has been doing fun around her town. Oh, I see you two are hanging out. Very nice. Very cool. What about you, Arson? What are you up to? You're playing Gunfire Reborn. Ah, you've been playing that game for a little while, haven't you? Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this. I'm just gonna go back to automatic. Where am I now? Okay. So the Veil. The Veil is a cunning shadow who thrives on deception, precision, and the perfect strike. So seems like kind of like the roguish type. The Mage, magic user, fighter, mastery of arms and grit makes them the heart of any battle. Acolyte, divine vessel channeling faith, prophecy, and zeal to shape life and death. Last time I was a fighter. And you know what? I think I might just do that for my very first one, you know? Or, no, we're gonna go with the Veil. Let's try the Veil. So, the Veil, I'm gonna just move this over to my main screen so I can read it. Bounce between Arc Raiders and Gunfire, I see. Life's been very up and down, I will say. But overall, I'm doing alright, and I hope to do better in the future. Let's put it that way. I am also trying to get myself to Off-Kai to meet some friends, so that's also happening. Alright, the Veil. Let's see here. Veil subclasses. Veils move like shadows through battlefields. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm yawning. I had, come back from a nap, basically, when I hit live. Veils move like shadows through battlefields, courts, and alleys. They are known for their stealth, trickery, and swiftness. Those who operate behind the curtain are the very backbone of history. Some serve royal families, while others steal from locked vaults, forge false claims, and manipulate events. However, all Veils have the same goals: to strike as quickly as the wind can blow, disappear without a trace, and lie as cleanly as possible. Veil subclasses. You gain a Veil subclass of your choice. A subclass is a specialization that grants you features from certain Veil levels. Different Veils choose distinct methods to succeed in your shadows. The subclass you choose represents your approach to deception. Okay, there's a number of Veil subclasses here. One of them being the Burglar, the Infiltrator, whatnot. So these are more descriptions on what they're kind of like. But if I scroll down, we'll kind of see what they actually do. The perks, it's like mechanical stuff. Let's see here. All Veils start with single martial tradition and a grit pool of 6. You will also pick one Veil subclass. Okay, so we gotta do grit. So going to the character sheet, grit. Exploits. At level 1, you learn 3 exploits. Okay, and we have a grit pool of 6. So we're gonna have max 6 and current 6. Alright. Exploits. At level 1, you learn 3 exploits and 1 extra exploit at each level up. You may forego learning an exploit to gain an additional martial tradition. Level 1, you get Knife in the Dark. When you attack an enemy who has not yet acted this combat, you deal bonus damage equal to... Okay, so stealth. Sneak attack, more or less. So I'm going to copy that. Let's go down here. Because I think I'm going to put the combat skills up here and then the narrative stuff over here. Or quote-unquote narrative stuff. Let's see. Paste. Oh, I don't like that it's like that. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Undo typing. So let's type style, clear formatting, paste. Ooh, yeah, why is that so small? Clear formatting. Oh boy, why are you like that? Okay, cool. I don't know why you were small text. Is there a way to edit text here in this PDF editor? That kind of sucks. Why is it like this? Is there a way to format this in PDF editor? I don't think this editor is that elaborate. Yeah, that's balls. Okay, cool. That sucks. But I suppose it's better than nothing. I'm just gonna put it in the bottom here. I can still read it. It's just really small. Alright, so that's one thing. That's level 1. So I suppose I should say it's level 1. Level 1. Because we're only level 1. Let's change the music. I don't know why that's like epic music. Okay, Veil subclasses Burglar. You get Cat's Grace, get a boon, checks on climb, balance, slip through tight spaces. No, I don't think Rakligan's really much a burglar. What's Cutthroat? Ambush Predator when attacking from unseen, escalate the damage dealt by 1 tier. Bloodletting, you consider enemies at 3 wounds as bloodied and you are restrained against bloodied enemies. Okay. How many perks are we supposed to get from this? Seems like a lot. I feel like I should only be getting 1. If I recall, I only grab 1 of these. Oh, okay, yeah, because as you level up, you get more. All veils start with single martial tradition and a grit pool of 6. It's pulling, so I think I only take 1, and then as I level, I get more. Cutthroat, Burglar, Face, Shadow. Shadow Dancer, Infiltrator. I think Infiltrator. I kind of like Infiltrator with the things there. Advanced classes. Advanced classes, hello? Maybe I shouldn't go advanced classes just yet. That seems a little advanced for someone who's just starting out on by themselves for the first time. Let's see here. I think Silent Killer, because Infiltrator and... but if I want to be able to talk to people, because I'm by myself, so I need to be able to talk my way out of problems, right? Let's say Silver Tongue. I think we're going to take Silver Tongue. So we're going to go the Face and Silver Tongue. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Without looking too long. Too long. Oh man, everything's small now. Man, I don't understand the formatting of this. So we're gonna call this subclass. There. Veil subclass perk 1. In which case, the class is now the Veil. Career. Ooh. What does career have? Let's see here. Introduction, crafting your rider. Again, careers. Okay. Or is there anything else I'm missing in the Veil? No, I think I got everything from the Veil. I chose the Face. Okay, so careers. Investigator was Raklion last time I played with him. And if I'm playing someone who's the face, like someone who's like who can talk their way out of things, should I perhaps choose Wanderer? After all, this is our first time playing solo, and this is just kind of a wanderlust game, just kind of figuring out what's going on in the world. So I suppose this version of Rockleon is gonna be... he's gonna be a traveler, one who walks and, well, flies, and figures they're gonna discover the world just like I am, because we're both very new to this, both him and I. So we're gonna say that the career is Wanderer, Adventurer of the Wild. And just the Wanderer. Okay, now path. What is path? Oh, right. I also get stuff from being a Wanderer. So, let's see here. With their unique perspective, Wanderers excel in roles that require resource management. So it looks like you get more perks. So we're gonna put this here. Social Wanderer perks. We're gonna go Explorer, Naturalist, Survivor. Explorer. Journey. Actually, technically I could just do the copy and paste thing again. Okay, so copy and paste, and then I just have to do this shit again. There we go. And then I'll just copy the text here to keep it there, to keep it more organized. Okay. As for equipment, I'm going to say equipment is down here. No, these are notes. So, equipment. We have... if I go here, I think there's money, right? Action points, hero points. Weapon spell bonus. Nope, there's no money here. So I guess it's just going to be in here. Equipment. Money. We have 1d6... Dravix. Okay, I need more dice. I need to grab dice. Does this have dice? That's cards. Oh, I have dice in front of me in this metal box on my desk. Surprise, surprise. So we're gonna need d6. So I'm gonna grab. Where's my blue d6? Or is that one of the dice that I'm unfortunately missing? Sadly, that is one of the dice I am unfortunately missing. This is the same. I like my blue and yellow dice. Because, surprise, surprise. In that case, let's get... yeah, I'll just use the black and white one. Okay, so we're going to move this dice. I'm going to use my tower that I have here. And it says I get 1d6 times 10 Dravix. So, let's roll the dice. Balls. Looks like I only get... 60 Dravix. Okay, so my guy's kind of poor. Somehow a little too real. Let's move that over. Okay, so we have 60 Dravix to our name. Let's see, move this over. Dravix. Dravix. 60. I'll say 60D as the unit of money. Okay. Utility gear. We have a traveling cloak, a survival knife, cloak, survival knife, a collection of maps or Field notes. Okay, it's coming along nicely. Alright, what's this next? Wanderer. Oh, right, path. So Path of the Explorer. Let's see, how am I gonna write this down on my PDF here? So... Oh, I have entry perks. Okay. Entry perks. So Wanderer perks. Storm Steel, entry perks. Okay, let's see. Pathfinder. Wait, I can just do that copy and paste thing again. Oh boy, that's bad. Let's copy like this. Copy. Paste. What in the Sam hell is that? Okay. That's not gonna work. I can't copy and paste that. That's fine, that's fine. Pathfinder. When using world to track, navigate, or identify landmarks across the wild terrain, gain a boon. I forget what boons are, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Forager. You may use a preparedness check to locate food, water, or herbs, regardless of terrain. Okay, those are my entry perks. And then I get to choose one. I think I could be doing this completely wrong, but this is also, early access, so I'm sure things will change. Explorer, Keen Navigator, or Weathered Travel. Which path should I take? Keen Navigator says, once per short rest, make a preparedness check to declare you found a shortcut, reducing the travel or bypassing an obstacle. On a result of 6, gain a 1 hero point. Or Weathered Traveler, you gain a boon to checks to endure harsh weathers or natural hazards. I think I like Keen Navigator more. The potential of gaining more things just by traveling. Whereas Boon, I think, is just easier to do if I'm remembering the rules right. Also, I realize perhaps I'm not fully ready to do this session. I might have to talk to Hime about this. Because Hime used a bunch of tables to determine stuff with oracles. I don't think I have that. So I think today might just be figuring out how to set up this first adventure. Oh, it's so unfortunate I deleted my previous character. Gosh. That's what happens when you clean up your files but you're not fully organized and you delete some stuff by accident. Shame, but, well, it happens. Learn and continue. So, let's see here. Explorer. Path. I guess that's called the path. No, not Weather Travel. I wanted to go Keen Navigator. Once per short rest. Make a preparedness check to declare you found a shortcut, reducing travel or bypassing an obstacle. On a result of 6, you gain a hero point. Alright, cool. So after Wanderer, I suppose we go to character equipment. Just going down by the crafting or rider. Okay, equipment. I suppose this also depends on what class I have. Because if I'm the Veil... The thing is, it doesn't exactly tell me what I'm supposed to get as the Veil. If any. Do I just choose what I have, I suppose? I suppose we're gonna just read it through and see. What if I change the PDF? So this is the gameplay loop, attacking, dice pool, shadow die table. It's like the little cheat sheet. I suppose I shouldn't be sharing this PDF because that's also a thing that was from Hime. Oh boy, this PDF reader is not fantastic. Oh, I'll just leave that over there. Core rules. Oh, maybe we should be reading this. The journey. Because this is the demo. Let's see. Welcome Drakonym, the dice attributes checks. You know what? Let's continue from here then. Instead of the other core rule book. Let's see here. Subclasses, aspects, bonuses. This short demo is designed to... Okay, yeah, I really should have just read the demo rather than the other files that Hime was using. Plus, you guys can kind of follow along as to what I'm reading, if you wish. This short demo is designed to help you build a character to get to grips with the core mechanics found in Drakonym. You'll begin in a highland village, a place teetering on the edge. You'll sort through short scenes, you'll awaken, make decisions, and shape who you are. By the end, you will have finished building a complete level 1 character with a dragon and experience some solo rules. Okay, so this is more designed for the start, obviously. You can go alone or as a group, no herald needed. Okay, so we don't have a herald for this one. To get started, you'll need 3 to 6 six-sided die. Well, balls. I should grab the other 6. I should grab the other dice then, shouldn't I? Okay, they said 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 with me. Because the others are in my dice box that I bring to D&D. So you know what? I'm just going to have 4 and I'm just going to roll the other 2. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so 6 dice. Right there. Ooh, the green and yellow one isn't exactly showing up on stream very well. Oh well. Alright, so an empty character sheet or pencil or digital note-taking tool. Yeah, I got that. Quiet time. This is a story first experience played like a solo prologue or journal. Yeah, of course. PC abilities, bonuses representing blah 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 blah. The shadow die is a narrative tool used alongside your rolls if only the herald asks for it. Okay. How the dice pool works. Roll all the dice in your pool at the same time. Count the number of successes. Rolling a 5 grants us 1 success and 1 success grants 2. Okay, yep. Herald narrates the outcome. Success. Blue is the die rolled. Okay. Yeah, I remember this because I played with Hime. The attributes. Alright. You get to pick your primary attribute at level 1. In addition to that choice, your primary will also serve as a sorcery, attack, and defense stats, and your spellcasting. There is no right or wrong here, just pick one and write down why. Okay. The body represents your physical might, resilience, and raw vitality. I don't think it's that. I think ours is going to be shadow. Well, no, shadow or something else. Shadow or world, because we are a talker. So with the shadow, this governs your finesse, agility, and ability to act unseen with precision. I like that one, but this guy's a talker, less as a stealth. I think stealth is going to be a secondary. Soul measures your inner strength, willpower, and resistance to outside influence. Pain, possession, no. Land, animals, civilization, no, that's not it. Gods. It reflects your divine awareness, emotional presence, and connection to a celestial mystic. Divine science, inspiring others believe, no. The mind. This determines your intelligence, perception, and ability to comprehend magic puzzles and systems. Okay, it's more casting, so... Okay, you know what? I think Shadow is going to be the first one, because I don't know which one really determines speaking to someone. World is more information. tracking, survival, learning about lore, dealing with beasts and terrain. Soul is willpower and inner strength. Resisting pain, position. Mind, charms, altering abilities. Shadow is sneaking around undetected, throwing, moving swiftly. Then again, mind is also intelligence. I'm gonna say shadow, because while it seems physical, at the same time it's like needing to finesse your way out of conversation is also part of it. Also, what is this music? Not fighting anything. Let's go Bard's Tale. That sounds like a nice track. Okay, we're gonna go with Shadow. Shadow is our main stat. Main stat, Shadow. Okay. Difficulty, blah, 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 blah. I remember that. Boon and Bane. For each secure boon, count a single 4 as success. Okay, so reduce the amount that we need to make it a success. And Bane, ignore single 5. Ugh. Boon and Bane can stack, canceling a boon and cancel each other out 1-to-1. Okay. Hero points. Hero points are granted by the Herald when you do a heroic or narratively significant action. Players can hold up to 3 hero points at a time. They start each session with 1 hero point, but this can be changed depending on your table. Okay, that means hero point. We get 1. Let's see. They start each session with 1 hero point, but gain a boon. Apply a boon to your check. Gain ally. Give an ally a 1d6 or a boon. Reroll a check. Reroll is okay, cool. That's what you can do with hero points. Shadow die table. Herald guidance. Use a disaster and complications to make it send the players on the defensive. Broken items, enemy reinforcements, obstacles to the path. Opportunities should be used to reward the player for taking risks and give them a momentum by providing a shortcut, an ally, or an advantage. Miracles should be used to create. Okay, so that's just one, like, whenever you roll on the shadow die. I don't know when to roll on the shadow die, so it's gonna be a lot of learning on my part about that. The shadow die is a d12 used as representation of fate and chance. If you would attempt something with a risk, the herald would ask you to roll on the d12 alongside your roll. Okay, so it's just in D&D, if you would roll a d20 for it and it's risky, roll d12 and then you get to see what happens here. Okay, this is how to attack. I think we can do that at another time because I don't think I'm going to fight anything yet. This is more just like the start. Defense, I think I know how to do that. You can like use your defense to see which level of wound you get. Techniques. Okay, there's your types of AoEs. That's a neat little illustration on how this works. Dragon actions. Well, we don't have a dragon, so I'll forgo that for now. Techniques, dragon actions, bond points, spawn points. That's for dragons. We don't have those right now. Aerial scenarios. I should probably look that up if I can fly. Dragon combat is unique. Well, I don't have a dragon, so it's okay. Subclass perks, aspect perks. I don't know about that. Oh, you know what? This, right, because the scene is kind of teaching you how to create a character. So I suppose we can just go through this and start. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Wait, I can't move the page over. That's poopy. So like I can... Oh, it's because there's no bookmark. So I do that, then it's more centered. Okay. So if I move this over, because you guys don't have to see the whole thing. And I can write on my other thing. So I suppose let's get started. The actual part of the adventure. So I'm going to change the music back to something... something a little more tutorial. Little more vibe. Like, a little more chill. Yeah, this is a little hopeful. A little good for the start. Alright. Scene 1. Mirror of Garlarend. The clang of bells, cold stone under your back, the scent of soot and dried pine. You wake to voices beyond the wall. They sound urgent. A candle burn. This music does not match this. This music does not match this. Let's try this track. No, you know, something a little more urgent. What about Demon Slayer? What is this? There we go. A little more intense. You wake to voices beyond the wall. They sound urgent. A candle burns beside you. Someone tended to you. But whose bed is this? You sit up. Across the room, a cracked mirror leans against a stone. You don't recognize the room. You don't recognize yourself. Walk to the mirror. Look closely. Who are you? Read the description. Choose one that you can just identify. Pick a major and minor trait for your kin, but that choice has been simplified for this demo. Oh, I already made one, so it's fine. Drakari, cool. Ancestral member, Draconic wings. Okay, well, I mean, the pre-made one is already just like we chose, so that's fine. So we are Drakari. We are the Drakari. Okay, so write your name, write your speed, kin talents, note your kin. Oh, note your kin. Yeah, done. Cool. So I looked in the mirror, I found out who I was. Scene 2, Shrine of 4. Location, Village of Garlarend. You step onto the stone-cold morning. Villagers hustle past, eyes sharp beneath their layered cloaks. No one stops you. Why would they? A soldier at the gate nods. Shrine's open. Storms are coming. Might be you want to ask for guidance. You descend the outer path toward an old way station carved into the rock. 4 statues stand within, untouched by soot or moss. Okay, so this is guidance for your stats, and I could have rolled, but for the sake of this, I'll just kind of choose one of these. So the statue of Silfor, god of the sun, victory, and justice. His staff is shattered, his face is unbowed. You feel warmth in your chest, the strength may face any trial. Well, considering how I'm gonna be like talking and whatnot, and I want to go shadow, I should probably choose one that has the most shadow. Probably this one, the statue of Eos, god of the moon, trickery, and lies. He holds a flute aloft. You can almost hear the music. You believe yourself to be clever, almost too clever. Your attributes become as follows. So I'm gonna copy this. So I'm just gonna like, no, I don't know how to do that properly. Body 1 2 1 2 3, no 1 1 2 3 2 1 1 1 2 3 2 1 1 1 2 3. What was it? 2 1 2 1. Okay. The statue of Eos. So note attributes, done. All attributes start at 1. Oh, that's how we do it. All attributes start at 1 and you have 4 extra points to place anywhere. No single attribute may be above 3. Okay, so if we go, so that means we can do a little customization here. I want Shadow to be my highest. Soul would be really good to have as my second, I think. But I also want to be super stealthy. So I'm thinking, should I perhaps... No, I want Shadow to be the highest, because for now, we're still kind of figuring things out. Being stealthy is good. I also want to be stealthy. No, stealthy is Shadow. So you know what? This is fine. This is fine. The first threat. Location, Garlarend's eastern woodline. You break from the shine path and sprint downhill. boots slipping on pine. There are more trees and air. There are more trees and the air is cold here. We just ahead, the broken span of an old supply bridge. At the center, two figures pinning someone to the ground. A traveler pinned by bandits. They haven't seen you yet. You've got moments to act, but remember, you have no armor or weapons. What do you do? Read your options. Build your dice pool based on the listed attributes. Roll that many 6 dice. Okay. You'll generally need at least 3 successes for a clean result. Okay, so and these are little examples on how to do it. Shout and charge and to scatter them. No. If we have the jump on them, we can help. Sneak from the tree line. Shadow and soul. Yeah, you know what? That's the easiest one to do. Sneak from the tree line. Shadow and soul. Okay. So let's go to here. Shadow and soul. That's 5. So we get to roll 5 d6. So we're going to grab the dice. We're going to roll 5 of these. So this is 4. Rolling dice. Okay, so we have 2 successes because of the 6. And they're going to roll 1 more because I have to have 5 dice. Oh, 4 successes. Wow, look at that. All right. So at 4 successes, plus 2 successes, you pull the traveler away unseen. Okay. You know what? I think this is a perfect time to start writing down all this stuff. So this is just kind of like the beginning. So where is the start of this? Scene 1, the Mirror of Garland. Let's start writing. Okay. So let us close that PDF. Close the PDF. We're going to go to Obsidian. And boy, this is so scuffed. Alright, I need the PDF because I need to know what the story was, the journey. Okay, here we go. Finally use this new thing. A new adventure. Drakonym. I should test this out. Can you guys hear me type? Kind of, but it's not that bad. Okay. Yeah, we're going with typewriter click-clack sounds. Okay. A new adventure. No. Let's give this thing a name. Drakonym. The first awakening. The first awakening. Scene 1, Mirror of God. Drakonym awoke from voices beyond the wall. From urgent voices from beyond the wall. A castle, a candle, burnt next to him. Wait, should I do this in third person or first person? I guess third person. Drakonym woke from urgent voices beyond the wall. A candle burnt next to him, indicating that someone had tended to him. His clothes were neat and belongings and wounds wrapped, but belongings not to be found, if he had any. First place. This was not his bed, nor his room or home. He knew not where he was. To his luck, there was a mirror nearby that he quickly went to take stock of the rest of him. Upon inspection, he found himself to be a what is he called again? What is he? Who is he? Where's the other PDF? I don't like how these PDFs aren't stacking together. I want to stack them together. And to minimize you, let's close you. Why does it take so long? Oh, everything crashed. Yay. Huzzah. Let's open the character sheet. Okay, perfect. That's open. Why did the music stop? Oh, it's just playing a new song. That's fine. Okay, so PDF. Ooh, why is it like that? Oh, it's because it's zoomed out, right? Yeah, it is. Why is it? Ugh. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just shrink this down because you guys don't really need to see it. Not necessarily. Just know that there is a character sheet here. Right, and I have to open up the level 0 adventure. I guess he's technically level 0. Okay, here we go. Okay. To check closely, who are you? He's a Drakari, that's what this is. And we want to close that PDF. Okay, cool, here we go. Drakari. He found himself to be a Drakari of storm scales. Then I'm just gonna kind of copy more of the demo stuff just to keep it going. Scales glint beneath his collar. His eyes gleam like amber the gold. His breath was deep like a burning furnace of cold waiting to roar. Yay. Scene 2, the Shrine of the Four. He walked out of the building into the stone cold morning. Villagers, a soul, past eyes sharp, beneath layered cloaks. No one stops him, but why would they? A soldier at the gate nods. shrines open. Storms are coming. Might be you want to ask for guidance. He nodded in return and walked between. And what else? He descended the other path. And the outer path. What? Descended the outer path toward an old way station carved into the rock. Four statues stand within, untouched by soot or moss. Okay, and then we chose the Statue of Use. Also, the sun is too bright, and what the hell? Trial of Spirit, let's go with that. As he inspected the four statues, one of them seemed to speak to his soul, while he had yet to discover who he truly was. Something told him that it would be best to abide by the voice cast from shadow and concealment. He chose to seek guidance from the Statue of Use. And I know Hime does this, but I don't know how they do it. I think they have another plugin for Obsidian, but they usually go like, they'll say like what the character does. In this case, oh goodness, I also realized Obsidian's not, you guys can't see the whole thing. Oh gosh, that's large. Ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, but it's pretty big. Like, you guys won't be able to read that. And I can only pull it back so far, so maybe go like this. That way when I scroll up, you can guys still kind of see that. Okay, now I'm curious. What if I... How far does it go down? Oh, that goes down considerably. Oh, actually, no. If I keep zooming down... Okay, yeah, this way is fine, because this way you guys can still see the rest of the text. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So we'll keep it at this zoom level, so you guys can still kind of read what's going on. So what I guess I could do here... Drakari... Whoa, what is that? Okay. Drakari... I don't know why it's purple, but I guess we'll continue with that. Drakari Kin. Storm Scales. Chosen. Statue of Use. Demo pre-made. What are these called now? Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll up. What are these called? Corals. Attributes? They're called attributes. Okay. Cool. There we go. Shrine of the Four has been chosen. Okay. Scene 3, the first threat. Break from the shrine path and sprint downhill. Boots slipping on. This is very cool. Like, the creator of Drakonym made this tutorial instead of just blank text, like of just blocks of text on how to create a character. They're walking you through like a video game tutorial about this. So like really all that stuff I did earlier didn't need to be done. It's a good way to like speed you through and to create a character, and in a fun way, compared to just like how I normally do D&D character creation of just like going, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. This is a nice little way to do it, but it's definitely something you want to do by yourself. You can't really do this with people. Okay, the first threat. You break down the shrine. You break from the shrine path and sprint downhill, boots slipping on pine. There are more trees, and the air is colder here. It's the head of the broken span of an old supply bridge. At the center, two figures. Two figures pinning someone to the ground. So there's 3 figures then. Yeah, okay. Pinning someone to the ground. True. You recognize this as a traveler. Pinned by bandits. They haven't seen you yet. He had to act, but had no armor and weapons. Okay, in which case, what we did before, we rolled the dice and we got 4 successes. So sneak from the tree lines. A success is you pull the traveler away unseen. Well, that doesn't make sense. So I guess let's add a narrative to that, because I think that's kind of what we're supposed to do. So if we are being super sneaky, this is where we do some writing. The 2 bandits as he thought about what to do, in the moment he saw that the 2 bandits started to argue. He took this chance to hide behind the nearby tree line and observe further as another opportunity had begun to present itself. I guess this is kind of one of those times where I would need a table for instances and whatnot. And I think that's one of the plugins that he may had. So I think we're gonna have to look into that and install such. I'm gonna install one of those things. But since we don't have a table, I'm going to have to write it and make it up myself. As he thought about what to do in the moment, he saw the 2 bandits begin to argue. He took this chance to hide himself behind the nearby tree line and observe as another opportunity began I don't like the sound of that. And observe further as another opportunity had been presented. Out of the things they were saying, he heard that the two bandits' names were Orly and... well, let's spell it differently. Orly and Lardrum. Orly and Larden. Now let's go back to the races, because I can't remember. Well, a bandit. What would a bandit be? I mean, I guess it's not, like, racial coded, but rather... let's just pick one. I don't know. Let's say burrowers, because I think the art for a burrower was like a badger. And badgers are pretty terrifying, so I can imagine someone using their visage of a badger to just really incite fear and cause, and get what they want. Burrower folk. Looking for some quick cash. Some quick Dravix. Narcleon snuck through the tree line to get ever closer. Realized that the more they spoke, the more heated some argument was regarding how to split their... what's the word I'm looking for? More heated argument as... more heated, some... yeah. Recleon snuck through the tree line to get ever closer and realized that the more they spoke, the more heated their argument was regarding how to split their newfound loot. They began to fight, leaving the poor traveler alone to cower, looking for a way out. This was perfect. This was the prime moment to act. And then rolled Shadow and Soul to sneak up and guide the traveler to safety. Success. Rolled 4 successes. So. All the way unseen. There we go. Different song for this. Okay, continuing on. Let's see here. Successes. Okay, cool. Cool. Once the two were safe and away from the threats, took a breather to figure out what was next. I looked at him. Here. I guess dialogue should be done on its online. Maybe a different mode for this. Maybe... What if... No, I was hoping for a different color. Okay. I like the purple. This is yours, isn't it? His name was carved into the clasp. You know this satchel. As you open it, the smell is familiar. Old leather, cedar dust, a hint of ink and smoke. Inside there are some items. You remember none of them, but your hand knows which one to reach for. Personal satchel and equipment obtained. What do you see inside? Choose one item. This determines your career. Oh, okay. Well, I already chose a career. I'm not an investigator. False papers, no. Leather-bound coat, no. Wanderer, that's where it was. Gain perks. Origin. Traveling cloak. Survival, knife, small collection, field maps and notes. traveler eyes the satchel's contents. That's yours. You nod. He nods. Sees 6 rations in the pack. Eat 1 ration to clear a light wound and full ration to clear heavy wound. Okay. I guess I should write that down for myself. I should actually write that on my character sheet. Where's my character sheet? Not open. That's perfect. Yay. Oh no, it's already open. It's just over here. Okay, so I should write down... equipment. Okay. Rations, and then the brackets. Crap, I have to go over here. Let's copy this, go to my character sheets. PDF. This PDF maintenance is actually a pain in the ass. Okay, I don't really want to do it on PDF. I kind of want to keep it on Obsidian. Which, you know, I gotta talk to Hime about this. I'm sure there's a way to, like, put all this information in Obsidian instead of multiple PDFs open at the same time. Ration to clear a light. 4 rations to clear a heavy wound. There we go. Yeah, this is silly because then I'd have to change the size on stream every single time, which is very annoying. Like for different pages, I have to do all that. Damn. Okay. Worn compass. You are a wanderer. You've crossed borders and seen maps many dream of. So Dravix, yeah, put all that. Insert a cloak. Cool. Alright, and then take rotations of the pack. Okay. What else? Then maybe I'm lucky you were here. Leaves in the tree line. He is alone again. Okay, so that means background. Yeah, wanderer. Okay, no, that's fine. It's alone again. Okay. The camp. Okay, the camp. North of Gallarend. Okay, let's move this over. And I guess we'll just close that, so I'll just have it here. Okay. Taking stock of his newfound belongings and a desire to keep moving, if not just to figure out what to do next. Continued north, traveling along a beaten path. He follows the scent of smoke. While not burning. It was not. It was not burning. But embered and controlled. Yeah, ember's a word. Embered and controlled. Tucked into a rock cleft. Bundled. Cache of gear. And a note. Burned at the edge. Scrawled in rough ink. Yours now. I love how this
party's getting crazy.
This really does feel like a video game RPG tutorial, like just the way things are shown here. Oh, I'm gonna pause this. Draco, hello, raiding. Thank you for the raid, Draco. I really appreciate that. What were you up to? I'm sure it's gonna show up as soon as I say something, if you say anything. But thank you for the raid. I really appreciate that. For those who don't know me, although you probably already do if you're a friend of Draco. Oh, yeah, that Mexican standoff and what, I'm gonna have to turn those off because that's all VTS, and I'm not using VTS. So I'm gonna refund you that because you don't deserve to be scammed. So sorry. There it is. You were playing Pokemon Crystal today. Well, I hope you caught all the Pokemon and did all the things. And yeah. I am having my very first solo tabletop RPG session, and I gotta say, it is very scuffed because I'm missing quite a few things to get started. But thankfully, this demo for Drakonym, the tabletop RPG that I am playing, does take me through a actual tutorial adventure. So I'm building my character and dealing with stuff at the same time. So I'll just continue from there. But thank you for stopping by and thank you for the raid. I really appreciate that. I guess to recap what happened, because this is like kind of like a turning point. Let's just start from where we're at the beginning. Drakonym, the First Awakening. Rakleon, I spelled that wrong. Rakleon awoke from urgent voices from beyond the wall. You know, let's put on some music, hold up. Is that loud enough? A little louder, I guess. Rakleon awoke from urgent voices beyond the wall. A candle burnt next to him, indicating that someone had tended to him. His clothes were neat and wounds wrapped, but belongings not to be found, if he had any in the first place. This was not his bed, nor his room, or his home. But he knew not where he was. To his luck, there was a mirror nearby that he quickly went to take stock of the rest of him. Upon inspection, he found himself to be a Drakari of storm scales. Scales glint from beneath his collar, his eyes gleam like embered gold. His breath was deep like a burning furnace of coal waiting to roar. He walked out of the building into the stone-cold morning. Villagers hustled past, eyes sharp beneath layered cloaks. Villagers hustled past. No one stops him, but why would they? A soldier at the gate nods. Serain's open. Storms are coming. Might be you want to ask for guidance. He descended to the outer path toward an old way station carved into the rock. 4 statues stand within, untouched by soot or moss. He inspected the 4 statues. One of them seemed to speak to his soul. While he had yet to discover who truly was, something within him told him that it would be best to abide by the voice cast from the shadow and concealment. He looked around, and he chose to seek guidance from the statue of Eos. Guidance. He broke from the shrine path and sprint downhill, boots slipping on pine. There are more trees, and the air is colder here. Just ahead of the broken span of an old supply bridge, at the center, 2 figures, pinning one against the ground. You recognize this as a traveler pinned by bandits. They haven't seen you yet. He had moments to act but had no armor and weapons. As he thought about what to do in the moment, he saw that the 2 bandits began to argue. He took this chance to hide behind the tree line and observe further as another opportunity has been presented. He listened carefully, and out of the things that they were saying, he heard that the 2 bandits' names were Orly and Larden, 2 burrower folk looking for some quick Dravix. Rakleon snuck behind the tree line to get ever closer and realized that the more that they spoke, the more heated their argument was regarding how to split their newfound loot. They began to fight, leaving the poor traveler alone to cower looking for a way out. This was a moment to act. So this is when I rolled dice, things happened, I got a success. Once the 2 were safe and away from the threats, they took a breather to figure out what was next. The traveler looked at him, gasping. Gotta turn down the music a little bit. The traveler, thank you. Wait. He reached down and pulled a leather-strapped satchel from his pack. This is yours, isn't it? His name was carved into the clasp. You know this. He knew this satchel. He knew the satchel. As he opened it, the smell was familiar. Old leather, cedar dust, a hint of ink and smoke. Inside there were some items. He remembered none of them, but his hand knew which one to reach for. And gain a bunch of stuff. The traveler eyes the satchel's contents. That's yours? Rakleon nods. He sees 6 rations in the pack. Then maybe I'm lucky we're here. The traveler leaves at the tree line and he is alone again. Taking stock of his newfound belongings and desire to keep moving, if not just to figure out what to do next, he continued north along a beaten path. He followed the scent of smoke. It was not burning, but embered and controlled. Tucked into a rock cleft was a bundled cache of gear and a note, curiously enough, burned at the edge, scrawled through in ink. The note said, "One of these is yours now. Choose well." And that's when I open up the PDF and we get to choose what we found. So what do you take? Choose a kit from the options below. That determines your class, your primary attribute, and equips you with combat gear. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, I already know which one I am, so if I look for the Veil... it's a warrior kit, the shadowed kit. Okay, the shadowed kit. Here we go. Primary stat is shadow. Yep. Grit 6. Yep. Okay, here's more equipment. Okay, let's see here. Gosh, I really just kind of have to rip this out of a PDF. There we go. Where is it? Whoa, what happened? Something's happening. Where is it? What the hell? PDF. That's Obsidian. What's going on here? Okay, well, it's not. What's happening? Okay, so. Oh, well, that's annoying. Okay, sure, fine, whatever. That's fine, that's fine. I'll just do it myself. Okay, so you guys unfortunately cannot see my PDF, my character sheet, because OBS is being stupid. So unfortunately you guys won't be able to see this, but what I'm going to do is write in my character sheet regardless. So, things that we get. Also, where's my music? Equipment. Here we go. Short bow. Range of 10. Range 10. Weapon bonus. +2. Min body 1. I don't know what that means, but sure. Damage tier. Ugh, man, I kind of feel like doing this in Word instead of this PDF thing. I know it's not that great. Like, the character sheet is nice, but text editing could use some work. Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what these damage numbers mean. So this is 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Yep, Control B doesn't even bold it. Traits. Once per scene. Fire twice in the same turn. Ooh. Twice in the same turn. Ooh, I cannot tab. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's just separate it by that. Okay, dagger. Range of 1. Weapon bonus 1. Men body 1. Damage. Same thing. Traits. May be thrown up to 5 squares. Gosh, I think I need a battle map too. Okay, let me minimize this. Okay, so that's the dagger. And then a leather coat. Armor bonus 1. So does that mean I go to my defense slot? Armor bonus 1, okay. Lockpick sets. Lockpick set. Gain plus 2d6 on a shadow check when unlocking doors, picking locks, disabling traps. Martial tradition, page 60. Page 60. Man, I wish I could link to it. Let's see here. Epilogue. Appendix. Martial exploits. No. And then challenge the cap. The cap. Let's see. Shadowed kit. Choose one martial tradition. Learn 3 exploits from your tradition. Okay, so martial tradition. Where is that? I guess Veil subclass. And then burglar subclass. Face perks. Oh, am I supposed to take one of these? I think I'm supposed to take one of these. I should take one of these. Confidence gain. Once per roll, reroll a failed check to deceive or distract an opponent. I like that one. I'm gonna copy that. Put that in my perks. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. So this will be considered. Damn, this text is driving me insane. What is this called again? This is the Veil subclass. Veil subclass perk. Confidence game. Okay, cool. There, done. Ended that. And then martial exploits. Power, assessment power, martial exploit list. I'm supposed to take what again? The camp. Starting exploits. One martial tradition. I don't know where page 60 is. Class perk, knife in the dark. When you attack an enemy who's not attacked. Oh, I already added that, so that's fine. Subclasses, already added that. 3 exploits from your tradition. I think I got that already. 3 exploits from your tradition. I don't know where the tradition is. I'm very confused. Choose one martial tradition from page 60. What page is this? Doesn't even tell me what page this is. Oh, this PDF. Martial tradition. Because, like, I have to go to subclass perks. Where is martial tradition? What the hell? Starting exploits. Choose martial tradition. From here, page 60. Oh, maybe I can go for page 60 from the PDF. So if I just scroll down to here. Untamed Voidcraft. Whoa, this does not look like... This does not look like the right ones. Oh, wait, these are martial exploits here. Okay, so it's after 60. Okay. Martial exploits. I choose 3? Precision, momentum, assessment power. Okay. Okay, so I know it's on this page. So choose one martial tradition and learn 3 exploits from it. Okay. So back to martial exploits. Martial exploit list, martial exploit. Okay, so there's just 3 different styles. I don't want to do martial. I'm thinking maybe precision. Hold on. I might be stupid. It said pick 1 martial exploit and then gain 3. You will pick from one of 5 subclasses on page 55. This will decide your playstyle. You cannot pick additional subclasses or multi-class. Yeah, okay. Starting exploits. Choose 1 martial tradition and learn 3 exploits from your tradition. Okay, so of the 4, I think, and then I just get 3 from each, or 3 from one of them. So if I go to martial exploits, I have to choose. I would choose a martial tradition. So where's the martial tradition then? These are exploits. So as martial X is like assessment power, those the tradition then? Hey, it's a dragoon. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that's right, and I guess I'll talk to him about it if I'm correct or not. But I think the tradition is these things like protection and whatnot. So I'll choose precision, and then I choose 3 of these. Okay, so let's move this over to the side. Tradition. Precision. Martial exploit. Once per encounter, when you hit a target with a weapon, and increase the damage along to your. Once per encounter. Okay, so I can only do. That's like a crit, basically. Ooh, I like this. Hesitation is death. When attacking a target that is alone, no adjacent allies. They cannot use armor to prevent your damage. Storm that is approaching. If you end your turn without moving, you may spend 2 grit. Your next attack before the end of your turn becomes your... That sounds like a Devil May Cry thing. Because Virgil, his whole thing is not running or whatnot. It's like slow and calculated. And if this says Storm that is approaching, which is his whole theme, and he doesn't move, or rather this says don't move, and you can increase your damage, like this is totally a Devil May Cry reference. If you end your turn without moving, you may spend 2 grit, and your next attack before the end of your next turn becomes a perfect execution. Yep. This is Virgil coded. Gain a plus d6 on the attack. On a hit, increase the damage by 2 wounds. You could essentially just murk one target by just like focusing on your attack, and just, he's dead. He has no idea you're there. You know what? I'd be remiss not to take it. Storm that is approaching. If you end your turn without moving, you may spend 2 grit. Your next attack before the end of your next turn becomes a perfect execution. Gain plus 2 2d6. That's actually insane. on the attack. I'm enjoying this, but I really want to get back to the writing rather than so much of this character building. But I guess that's what this whole demo is character building. On a hit, increase the damage by 2 wounds. Okay, so that's my second one. And my third one... what's kill window? Spend 1 grit and 1 AP to mark a visible enemy. The first time they take any action that targets an ally before the next turn, you can make a free heavy attack against them. Okay. Discipline of the kill. You can really just like stack all of these things and just absolutely destroy one target. Also music stopped. Why? Let's see here. You know, discipline of the kill. I'm gonna go all in on single target. Gosh, I don't like this character sheet. Discipline of the kill. Once per encounter, when you hit target with a weapon attack, increase the damage by 1 tier. Okay, that's kind of nasty. It's kind of nasty. Okay. So I took the kit. Cool. Spell focuses. Dual wielding. Carrying 2 light weapons or perk that allows dual wielding. Your attacks check count as 2 attacks using the same roll for both. Okay. Cool. You know, part of me feels I shouldn't have this, the PDF up. I don't know. Maybe I should just leave Obsidian here to show you guys. Okay, let's carry on. Dual wielding, I'm not dual wielding. Okay, cool. After looking at the satchel. Let's see here. Let's go back to Obsidian. Drakonym examines each of the satchels. Okay, I'm very controlled. A bundled cache of gear. And a note bring. Okay. Each of the bundles within the cache. Who had left this? Half these things here. Who had left these things here? Clearly, whomever did was expecting him, or at least someone. Otherwise, no. The controlled embered flame was a dead giveaway, if not for the ominous yet generous note. Regardless, following the voice within, concealed by shadow, head of use, he took the pack shadowed pack containing tools of what he felt would be his trade. Gained the veil shadowed kit. short bow. Gained dagger. Gained leather coat. Gained lockpick set. Okay. The air grew colder. Once again, the day starts to come in. The satchel closed, but noticed something moved near the tree line. It was time to leave. Scene 5, the challenge. Trail narrows as the mountain drops away. With shale underfoot, the wind biting. You heard rustling. Blood ran cold. In a moment, two figures stepped from the rocks. They had mismatched armor and makeshift blades. These two were bandits. Get all over. He snarled, gesturing to your pack. Oh boy, it's combat time. Change the music on that a little bit. This is a basic encounter. You go first. You get 3 action points at the start of your round, with each action costing different AP. Okay, let's go to my character sheet. Weapon, spell bonuses. I'm choosing. I have a short bow, so weapon bonuses 2. Mana, I don't have a magic, so I'm gonna assume that's 0 each. Resistances, I don't remember. Okay. I guess I'll move my character sheet over here since you guys can't see it anyway. 3 action points. Where do I put AP? I don't even know what my defense slots are. I like this tutorial, but I'm still kind of confused about all this. I think I do still prefer like the D&D style character creation. Just like get all the information out of the way and then you just roleplay. But that's just me. I don't know what the AP is. I don't know where it is on the character sheet. I suppose I'll figure it out. Okay, your first fight. You get 3 action points to start your rounds with each kind of blah blah blah. There are 2 enemies. One with a short blade. Oh, I don't have a map, so I guess we're gonna have to theater of the mind this. One with a short blade and one with a sling. 5 squares away. Treat them as basic minions. Each has a max of 4 wounds. You do not need the track stats beyond that. What do you do on your turn? Any of the following, you can spend up to 3 AP action points. An attack, a spell, great ability, or move. Okay. And there's different costs to each of those things. I wish there was an AP tracker. Oh well. What you do on your turn? Okay. Roll your appropriate dice pool. Attack, spell cast, roll your dice and successes. Okay. You keep any AP you haven't used. Alright. Okay, okay. Okay, what's the range on their sling, though? I assume it's 5. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it, which is incredibly scuffed, but I'm gonna have to better my layout for this. Something a little more akin to Hime's because I like the way they do things. Okay, so I go first. So on my turn, let's see here. Combat begins. Drakonym smiles and takes to the sky. Let's say player moves to 5 squares up their flight. So I move, so that's 1 AP. Minus 1 AP. Drakonym uses their short bow to attack the second that wielding a sling. Wielding a sling. Okay, so I attack, and my appropriate dice pool. Well, that's going to be Shadow because that's my primary. It's all stealthy. Let's check my skills again. Okay, so it's going to be Shadow. What does Soul do again? I forget. I wish there was a way to merge these PDFs. I don't know why I can't. That's so dumb. I'm sure there is, but I just don't know how to do it. Which is the PDF that I need to figure out how do I do this? Let's see here. The camp. What bandits do. Apply damage each weapon. I'm so confused. This is a little complicated for me. I need to figure out which attribute does what. So attacking. Shadow, no. Hero points, boon and bane difficulty checks. What am I looking for again? I'm so overwhelmed. So if I'm attacking from range, and I'm going first, all weapons are going to have a weapon bonus. This is applied to melee and range attacks, so I know I have 2. I'm attacking the sling in the back. Primary attribute. Oh, dice pool is your primary attribute plus weapon bonus. Okay, so my weapon bonus is 2 because I'm using a short bow. So my primary is 3 for Shadow. And then 2. So I need to roll 1 more of this. So here we go. So no successes. Unfortunate. And then the last one. No success. So I fired and missed, it seems. Your body is lower than your minimum body. We may still use them, but don't know that. Weapon notes. Roll your dice and count successes. 0 success. Apply the damage. Nothing. If you get 0 successes, the target becomes pressed. The next hit against that target escalates to 1 tier. I see. So it's like they're pressed, as in like they're being suppressed and or like they're under fire and they're stressed essentially. The next hit against the target escalates to 1 tier. After this, the press condition clears if not used, and press expires at the start of the enemy's turn. Okay. Attack dice pool at 6. I'm just reading the rules here. Their pool would be 5d6. I rolled a couple d6s. 4 successes, 4 wounds. Okay. Spell casting, no magic right now, so that's fine. Okay. So we go back to the challenge. What did the bandits do? If either bandit is still up after your turn, they both respond. The sling bandit attacks from range, dealing 1 light wound. Okay. So how do I deal with that again? Let's see, I think I have a document that might help me with this. I realized I didn't have lunch. I think I'm gonna answer in about 15 minutes just to stop it at maybe not 15 minutes, but just to stop it at a decent time for me to go and grab some food. Drakonym, here we go. Alright, gameplay loop, shadow die, initiative, attacking. Target becomes pressed. Defending. Okay. So what do these guys do again? Attack from range, dealing 1 light wound, so they just deal the damage. Okay. If it's a hit, so I guess like in this case they're just gonna keep hitting me instead of actually rolling, which is what they would normally do. So in this case, if they hit, spend slots to step the wound down. So if I have light, in order for me to negate it, I need 2 slots, but that's my defense, which I don't have defense. I never added defense to my character sheet because I was never told in this tutorial what to add for my defense unless I'm missing something. This is where I wish I had like help because this is my first time doing it. Okay, so I now have to figure out what this defending means. Let's see, defense slots. Defense slots. When hit, you may spend defense slots to take a hit down. You may chain slots together if you can afford them. Well, where's my defense slots? If you are to take damage, you may spend defense slots to reduce their wounds down. What is a defense slot? Please tell me what the hell that is. Where can I find out what that is? I feel this tutorial is missing some information. Or I'm just stupid and it's here and I just haven't figured it out. Which book? Maybe I just open up another book. Maybe it's there. Let's see here. Across stat blocks and monsters. Defense. Players defend against enemy attacks using defense slots rather than rolling checks. Wounds. Damage you take is broken into 3 types. Okay, when you take a wound of a certain type, mark its relevant slot on the track. Defense slots. When hit, you may spend... Okay, well, where's my defense slots? That's what I'm looking for. Where are my defense slots? Where does that come from? Checks, difficulty, boon and bane, hero points, shadow die, wild perks. What? Players, the dice, okay. Checks, difficulty, attributes, the body, boon and bane. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying, like, I wish there was like appendix to tell me what word does what. Shadow die, wild perk examples. What? Oh, here we go. That's so weird that they would put the definition of what your defense comes from at the bottom. Pool. Your total defense slots are equal to your armor bonus, your primary attribute, and half your current level rounded up. Why wasn't that at the beginning? Alright, well, that's fine. So I gotta move. Of course, it's on the same PDF. Ugh. I definitely have to reorganize how to do this. I don't want to have several pages, several tabs of PDFs open just to organize my info. Okay, your total defense slots are equal to your armor bonus. 1. Your primary attribute, 3, so that's 4. Plus half your current level, rounded up. So 1. So 3, 4, 5. So my defense slots is 5. 5 each. Okay, cool. Half your defense slots rounded up refresh at the start of each hero round. Okay, so at the start of each turn. I had to open up another document just to find that. Alright. Move that over. Oh gosh, I'm actually getting really hungry. Yeah, after this combat, we're gonna break for food. I want to come back later on, but I know there's some other stuff I have to do IRL, so I'm gonna have to cut this one a little short. But I'm gonna try and stream again this week. Let's see, this challenge. Right. Okay. So the bandit attacks and dealing 1 light wound, and I need 2 slots in order to negate that damage. I'm just gonna take it. So that means I take 1 wound, 1 light wound. And then the bandit has a dagger. What do they have again? With a blade, short blade. So they can't reach me because I'm in the air. So they're trying to hit me. Use their short blade to attack the second bandit with a sling. Okay. His attack misses. But presses the first bandit armed with a short blade shouts in anger as he cannot reach Drakonym. The second bandit, armed with a sling, launches a hefty... That's a word? What do you mean? Oh yeah, you guys can't see this. Oh, I did. Okay, hefty rock at him, hitting center mass. Drakonym takes 1 light wound. Actually, I guess I could just negate that 1 hit because I have so many points. Actually, no, not fucking. I'll just take it. Takes 1 light wound. Actually, because this one guy can't keep hitting me, that means I can keep dodging his attack. And it's gonna refresh how many defense points I have. So really, this is fine. And the miss is due to the elevated position. Leon continues his attacks. Whoa, wait a second. I have extra stuff, don't I? Wanderer, perk, explorer, no. 100 perks, pathfinder. When attacking a target that is alone, no, he's definitely not adjacent. Oh, well, no, that doesn't matter because these bandits don't have stats, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Storm that is approaching. If you end your turn without moving, you may spend 2 grit. Your next attack before the end of the turn becomes a perfect execution, gaining +2 on the attack. So I could just like keep flying in the air and just murk this guy with 1 hit. How much HP do these guys have? Gosh, so many windows open for my own tabletop RPG. It's crazy. Okay. Oh my goodness! It also says here in this demo where you get the defense, but that's again it's at the bottom of everything that happens. Ugh. Guess this really is just better to like read everything first and then play it. That way you're not scrambling for all this info. When it's your turn, use this checklist. Add 3 AP to your pool. Right, because I didn't use all my AP. Is there really no AP tracker here? It's so silly if there's no AP tracker here. That's fine. Well, I used 2, so I have 1, so I'll have 4 AP. I should write that down. Wait, where's my... Oh no, it's freezing. Why are you freezing? Son of a gun. Okay, my PDF crashed again. I don't know why that's happening. But that's very annoying, and I don't want to deal with that anymore. I'm gonna have to put everything on Obsidian. God, streaming tabletop RPGs is difficult. Where is it now? Where's my documents that keep crashing? Drakonym. Solo game. Character sheet. And then the adventure. Core rules, no. Adventure scenes. We are part 4, the camp. And the other one opened up all of a sudden. Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Close that, move this here. Close this. So I only lose 1 AP. Player turn. Gain 1 AP. Leftover AP. Refresh 3 AP. And I suppose back here that's how I should track it. Let's put it here. Minus 1 AP. There we go. Minus 1 AP out of 4. Okay, so I'm gonna attack, and I need to have... So what's my attack again? It's proficiency... No, it's my weapon spell bonus, so +2, and then shadow. So 6, so 2 of these. It's 1 success. And then 2 more dice. Only 1 success, so they take 1 wound. Actually, 2 light wounds. Two light wounds because they were pressed since I missed the last one. Okay. Regain half your defense slots and all of your dragon's defense. Okay, so I increase my defense again. And then... How many light wounds? How many wounds do they have? Apply damage. Primary. I guess they only have one wound. Because it doesn't say that they have anything else. And it is just a tutorial, so I suppose that's it. The bandit with the knife throws his blade up at Drakonym. Is out of the way to higher elevation. Oh, flight. Flight in early game is nice. In which case, I just copy this because I'm doing the exact same thing, except 2 left over AP. 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 AP now. Wait, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Wait, no. I guess it doesn't matter. But because like he's gonna die at this point, so we'll just say 6 just for the sake of record keeping, which isn't that important right now. Oh, you guys can't see it. I have to scroll down. Okay, and then I'm gonna attack again. So that's 6. 0 successes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we're gonna roll 2 more because 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. 2 6s, so that's 4 successes. So that is a... If it's 4 successes, what does that mean again? 4 successes, tier 4. So if I look at the character sheet, 1, 2, 3... Which tier is it then? Oh my goodness. What does it mean for tiers for combat? Balls. Let's open up the cheat sheet. Let's see, defending, mana, initiative, attacking. Each success is 1 tier on the damage listed. Example, 2 successes deals damage listed in tier 2. Okay. But what does that mean if it's tier 4? What? 1 success is tier 1, 2 successes is tier 2. So it's only 1 wound? Or is it a gear exclusive? I don't understand. Spellcasting, attacking, the bond. One tier has damage listed. 2 successes deals damage listed in tier 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is tier 4? Does that just mean I hit a heavy wound? I guess so. So then the bandit's dead then because it only has 1 hit point, so I hit it. Drakonym continues to attack from the air. The arrow from his short bow is concealed by the... as it rains from above and strikes the bandit center mass upon their heart. They fell dead. Him as Drakonym is to the ground, less than impressed. To attack Drakveer. Drakveer? What is he again? Drakari. Only one ranged weapon. Knowing this one flew was folly. Okay, combat's done. We kind of had a look at combat, but it seems I could do more research on it. Once you win, you drop both enemies without taking damage. If you're still standing but injured, I didn't take any damage. Okay. The wind stills. Their bodies slump. You check the path ahead and it looks clear. One of their packs. You find something and it feels familiar. This was yours. Choose one. Let's see. A letter with your name on it written on your hand, a silver coin, sun on one side, blank on the other, a mirror that reflects you but older, and a charm made of bone and fur tied in red thread. I think a letter with your name on it written in your hand. Interesting. Trinkets. It's your trinket. It doesn't offer any mechanical benefit, but it may come into the story in some way. Rumbling. Actually, I think that might be a good time to stop. So having done the tutorial, I'm thinking we're just gonna read again what just was written. We didn't do too much since I'm still kind of figuring out how this game works. But yeah, let's do it from there. I'm gonna close all these documents, close the tabs. Come on. Ugh, what a bork program, it's crashing again. Ay, ay, ay. I gotta find a different program for that. Okay, so at the very beginning, let's change the music again. Final review of what had happened. No, different song. Okay. Raklion, well, let's wait for the music. Yeah, make it a little louder because this is all I'm gonna write today. Drakonym, the first awakening. Raklion woke from the urgent voices beyond the wall. A candle burnt next to him, indicating that someone had tended to him. His clothes were neat and wounds wrapped, but belongings not to be found, if he had any in the first place. This was not his bed, nor his room, nor his home. Turn it down a little bit, it's a little loud. And that should be good enough. This was not his bed, nor his home, nor his room. He knew not where he was. To his luck, there was a mirror nearby that he quickly went to take stock of the rest of himself. Upon inspection, he found himself to be a Drakari of storm scales. Scales glint underneath his collar. His eyes gleam like embered gold. His breath was deep, like a burning furnace of cold waiting to roar. Drakari kin, storm scales chosen. He walked out of the building into the stone cold morning. Oops. Oh, damn, where am I? Okay, here we go. He walked out into the building into the stone cold morning. Villagers hustled past, eyes sharp beneath layered cloaks. No one stops him, but why would they? A soldier at the gate nods. Shrine's open. Storms are coming. Might be you want to ask for guidance. He descended to the outer path toward the old way station carved into the rock. 4 statues stand within, untouched by soot or moss. He inspected the 4 statues. As he inspected the 4 statues, one of them seemed to speak to his soul. While he had yet to discover who he truly was, something in him told him that it would be best to abide by the voice cast from shadow and concealment. He chose to seek guidance from the statue of Eus. He broke from the shrine path and sprint downhill, boots slipping on pine. There are more trees and the air is colder here. Just ahead of the broken span of an old supply bridge. There's something wrong with that sentence. At the center, 2 figures pinning someone to the ground. You recognize this as a traveler pinned by bandits. Or he recognized this. They haven't seen you yet. Him yet. He had moments to act but had no armor or weapons. As he thought about what to do in the moment, he saw that the 2 bandits began to argue. He took this chance to hide behind the nearby tree line and observe further as another opportunity had been presented. Out of the things that they were saying, he learned that the 2 bandits' names were Orly and Larden, 2 burrower folk looking for some quick Dravix. Rakleon snuck behind the tree line to get ever closer and realized that as the more they spoke, the more heated their argument was regarding on how to split their newfound loot. They began to fight, leaving the poor traveler alone to cower looking for a way out. This was a prime moment to act. Once the 2 were safe and away from the threats, they took a breather to figure out what was next. The traveler looked at him, gasping, "Thank you. Wait." They reached down and pulled a leather-strapped satchel from their pack. "This is yours, isn't it?" His name was carved into the clasp. He knew the satchel. As he opened it, the smell was familiar. Old cedar dust, a hint of ink and smoke. Inside there were items. He remembered none of them, but his hand knew which one to reach out for. The traveler eyes the satchel's contents. "That's yours?" Rakleon nods. He sees 6 rations in the pack. "Then maybe I'm lucky you were here." The traveler leaves the tree line, and Rakleon is alone again. Taking stock of his newfound belongings and desire to keep moving, if not just to figure out what to do next, he continued north along the beaten path. He follows the scent of smoke. It was not burning, but embered and controlled. Tucked into a rock cleft was a bundled cache of gear, and a curious note, burned at the edge, scrawled in rough ink, saying, "One of these is yours now. Choose well." Rakleon examines each of the bundles within the cache. Who had left these things here? Clearly, whoever did was expecting him, or at least someone. The controlled embered flame was a dead giveaway, if not for the ominous, yet generous note. Regardless, following the voice within that of Eus, he took the shadowed pack and containing tools of what he felt would be his trade. The air grew colder once again as the day starts to come in. He pulled the satchel closed, but noticed something moved near the tree line. This was time to leave. The trail narrowed as he continued through the mountain. The trail narrows as the mountain drops away. Loose shale underfoot and the wind biting. He heard rustling. His blood ran cold for a moment. 2 figures stepped from the rocks. They had mismatched armor and makeshift blades. These 2 were bandits. "Hand it all over," he snarled, gesturing to your pack. To his pack, I guess. Rakleon smiled and takes to the sky, moving 5... Don't want to make it sound like a video game, but Rakleon smiles and takes to the sky, pulling out his short bow. He hovered there for a moment as he pulled back on the strings of his short bow and let loose an arrow. Unfortunately, with the higher elevation, the wind pushed this arrow out of the way, making him narrowly miss one of the bandits. The bandits, being pressed by his attack, retaliated and threw a piece of hefty rock at Rakleon. Because he was in a higher position, he managed to dodge the ranged attack and poised himself for another. The first bandit, armed with a short blade, shouts in anger as he cannot reach Rakleon from his position and thought about what to do. Rakleon let loose yet another arrow, but this time striking true, hitting the bandit's center mass, killing him on the spot. In a flurry of rage, the bandit with the knife throws his blade up at Rakleon, but again, with a higher position and the ability to fly, the blade misses Rakleon as it goes past him, and he dodges out of the way. With little effort, he looses one more arrow, and striking the final bandit down. The arrow from his short bow was concealed by the light as it rains down from above and strikes the bandit center mass upon their heart. They fall dead before him as Rakleon lands to the ground, less than impressed. To attack a Drakari with only one ranged weapon, knowing full well this one could fly, it was folly. The wind stills, their bodies slump. He checks the path ahead and it looks clear. In one of their packs, he finds something similar. He finds something familiar. This was his. What he finds on the bandits was a letter with his name on it, written in his handwriting. Who is this and what would happen? Why is this on them? Why would they attack him? Many questions clouded his mind, but he decided to continue forward, to forge ahead and figure out what exactly was going on and who was he. And I think that's where we're going to end. Wow, almost 3 hours. That's not bad for my first stream. It's scuffed as hell, but I'm going to have to talk to some people, specifically him, about what to do with combat information. Clearly I was getting a little frustrated with all the information that I could not find on these PDFs. But I suppose, that's a skill issue on my part. I just have to read more of these things before stream, just so to familiarize myself with that. But that's it. Honestly, this demo's fairly long. This is only part 4 out of 17? So I guess we'll keep learning about my character as we continue. So thank you, James. I appreciate it. Let's see. I kind of want to continue, but I do have to pick up my roommate from work. My days off are a little disjointed because I'm the only one who drives in the household, unfortunately. So we are gonna go find someone to raid. I should turn off this camera because, well, no, I can leave it there. It's fine. Let's see here. Is there anyone who we can... Or I should pause my Donothon timer. We got 10 hours, 11 hours left. It shall slowly be chipped away, I promise. Alright, let's see here. Who would be live at this hour, though? Who's crazy enough to be live at this time? Oh, there's actually a number of people. Let's just see who else I'm following, just to see the grand list. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I know who we can raid. This is someone who always takes the time to... Well, I can't say always, but they very often take the time to raid me. I feel it's only appropriate to send them back there. Send you guys back over there. They are someone who actually does... they do their own writing. They have their own book. Do check them out as we raid someone who's not, although not in the Dragon's Council, they are a dragon themselves. So let's go raid Drakonym. Make sure I spell that right. Drakonym. There we go. Alright, take care everyone. I will see you when I see you. I'm not sure when I'll stream again, because I still have to do some research on how to make this a better stream. But I hope you guys take care, and I will see you next time. Next time I will stream is going to be on I'll tell you when I'll stream on my Discord, so you can find me out there. Anyways, take care. Bye bye, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Goodbye.